Hi, everybody. I got a smile on my face just listening to Lionel Nation. He's just, um, sometimes he's hard to listen to. He has like 2 hour and a half shows every day, but then other times it's just like he's about the only one that's really talking about everything under the sun that I can even bear to listen to. So I don't know, it's really difficult. I have hardly any channels to watch anymore. Everybody's so lame. It's like, yeah, fakeness all around me. It's sickening. But yeah, oh, okay. Richard, I'm gonna tell you a story about my uncle Dick. So I'm like super shy in a way. I mean, I had already done like children modeling and in the choirs in school and church, and um, played my flute on stage and in the orchestra and whatever bands. And but I was still pretty extremely shy. So, but we were at a family gathering, and being adopted, I always kind of felt like the old. I heard this taking a store bought cake when everybody else had homemade ones. That's what I felt like, the store bought cake. So I was in the kitchen. Well, his wife did treat me very nice, as good as she could without being tortured. So, okay, I'm in the kitchen and I said, "Hi, Uncle Richard." And he turned around and he looked at me and he goes, "My name is Dick." And I'm like, "Okay, Dick." So yeah, when you got that Ranger D, man, that's some funny shit to me because it just brings back. And this dude was a mortician, had a lot of money and whatnot, whatnot. Everybody else was driving like little tiny cars, and he had a great big old Cadillac, that type of. So um, yeah, that is for Doug. So I'm just letting it ring. Oh, he got it. So yeah, excuse that. But yeah, Ranger Dick reminded me of my Uncle Dick. Not that he ever was a ranger or nothing, because he always wore suits, but black, of course. But that was so funny. Oh man! And I was so happy I could call him Dick. you know. So yeah, I can't prove that somebody was crying over sick children with crocodile tears, but we're all children of God, and if I cry, it's like totally real, and it isn't really selected. Um, and it's like if you lose your faith over a child dying and don't realize that that child is going to be with God, then what are you preaching for? That alone. There's just certain things, and so I'm calling it crocodile tears. There's just certain things that if you have God in your heart, you're not gonna even say, because it won't occur to you, that type of thing. So yeah, like I don't care how old you are. I've looked in the eyes of the elderly and they were like babies to me, like little babies to me, um um not demeaning. Excuse me, I'm gonna turn a little more light on. Yes, that'll do it. Yeah, not demeaning. Just loving people no matter what their age. Like they're my babies, like that. Like, oh, you just dripped out of your face. Let me help you. And yeah, so and my friends, it's like if your friend has a speck of something on there, are you gonna tell them or leave it there? Well, I'm gonna tell them, hey, you got a speck of something like there. you know, some people might tell you to make you embarrassed. I would tell you to, so you wouldn't be walking around with a speck of crap on you, or stuff, shall I say? So yeah. Anyway, um, yeah, I I'm gonna combine a couple of thoughts and quite well. Usually my videos will be full of what's ever been on my mind through the days. So um, as soon as that he's talking now on the phone makes it a little distracting, but he was sleeping and that was like quiet for a minute till the phone rang. Funny how things like that happens, you know. But oh, that's what it was. I was going to talk about and it is true, and it's funny that somebody else said that. Well, this isn't funny because it's serious, but knowing the truth and then turning away from it is worse if you never even knew it. Um, it's going to be worse on the people that know the truth and are turning away from it instead of taking everything they can gather and sharing it with people. They're ignoring it because they want to distance themselves from God. They think they can survive and have air and water and food without God. Now they got this new show out called Manifest. That's so ridiculous. Like I was telling Doug this morning, that's like telling my dog, go manifest the world for me. Oh, no, you can't do that? Oh, that's right. Although you're God's being, his it's just like he told me a long time ago, you couldn't create a whole world with children on it when you don't know what you're doing. How do you take care of a whole world if you can't even take care of one child, you know? So that's when, and then they got these parents there. I'll go off on another tangent. You got these parents that got like one child they favor, and the other ones are like, I don't know, whatever. And how can you do that? It was like, what? Did you only have one kid? You know, like, do you know what I mean? I'm not even talking about myself. I'm talking about parents in general. Many more than not have a tendency to favor one child. And I couldn't see how seeing a part of myself, tiny in any extreme, that I would want to ignore my part of me like that. It's like, mm, I don't know. Just, I never got that, you know? I don't know. Yeah. I think that is a big point in a lot of people's lives. And I don't know, I was thinking about that last night because I was kind of shocked. Doug was like, somebody he could never forgive. And I was thinking, oh, maybe his ex or, whatever. And, but maybe I will someday. But it's his brother. And it's just like, yeah, I don't like his brother either. I don't really, deep in my heart, like either of them. But to not be able to forgive, it's like, yeah, I don't know. Because I asked him a long time ago, why do you hate him so bad? He do something to you when you were little or whatever, because I know I have reason to hate, really, really bad reasons to hate, and I don't hate. It's like, yeah, yeah, I was warned about that one that really hated his brother, so yeah. So makes you wonder, doesn't it? Don't wonder, you know. Oh, and it shocked me almost. It was like, um, yeah. I mean, like even that adopted brother of mine that did actual over and over, and I still don't carry that hatred like that. It's like, well, says a lot to me. So, but then daily, my life says a lot to me. So yeah. Anyway. Yeah, there was somebody that was musically inclined, not Richard, but somebody else or JB, whatever. I was thinking, boy, he's musically inclined, likes reggae. I'd like to dance, you know. And then the more I got to know him, it's like, dude, I would not dance with you. I wouldn't even sing a song with you, you know. Um, when you like somebody, but then they turn disgusting, and I still try to like his likable parts, but it's really hard to do, so I'm getting limited to the channels I can watch, and that's disturbing. I'm disturbed. If they ever go to put me in the nut hut, I'll give them a goddamn reason. Excuse me, Lord. Excuse me. I'll give them a reason for sure. You know, I really will. Maybe I'll just like be like whacked out sports. Oh, yeah, I was gonna get on my bouncy ball and turn on and bounce when I first got on here. Like, let's exercise with Grandma. Oh yeah, exercising with Grandma. Oh no. But yeah, I've been in a funny mood. And then I was just thinking, and then when I was thinking the name Richard, Lionel Nation said Richard on one of his um oh, it was this morning, his named immersive live stream, Ronan Farrell Feinstein and the D's. But yeah, and then he's like off in every direction. He calls it his spinning plates, because back on this show, the Ed Sullivan show, when I was young, and he's the same age as me, they had this dude that would come out there and he'd be like spinning plates on a stick on like a pool cue, it looked like. Then he'd have two of them and he'd balance one on his knee, like he'd put his knee up literally and put another stick, like get it out of the back pocket and put it there and start another plate spinning. So he'd have these spinning and then he'd like flip one up and another one would catch over there, and it was like whoa. And like every once in a while he'd come out with new tricks that he'd come out. So Lionel has his forte is like he's got many plates spinning in his conversation. So he's like, yep, off to another plate here, and we'll get back to that one. And I kind of roll like that too. It's like I got a lot on my mind the whole world all the time. I'm not just a little select area in my head. It's like far reaching. So yeah, it keeps a person busy, you know. And to me that's praying. You know, it's like wow, wow. Oh yeah, that too and that too. And then you'll hear somebody say something and you'll think, oh yeah, and that gives you takes you off in that direction. And yeah, the other day Water Bear was making a video, and um hmm, can't remember what his video was about, but it was the same thing mine was about. And just before he got on there to make his video, I was thinking, because I seen a sign in back of him that said help, and I thought maybe he was on the street. Maybe that's when he needs help or financially. Now this guy is totally adorable guy, a kid to me, and and if he needs help or says he needs help, I totally would believe him, you know. So I think the most help too people can give is being a friend, because he's got that big of a heart. So Charles, yeah, just one moment. Pardon me? No, I'm recording. Excuse me. I'll be out later. Nope, no problem. So anyway, yeah, if he's saying he needs something or something, I would believe him. But anyway, it was just odd. He had uploaded this video, and same subject right before I did, and I was just thinking, I hope he's okay. So, you know, both his parents are gone, and I think he may have like an aunt or something, but he's got very limited people in his life, like I have, like nobody. I have a son. Well, both my kids are on Facebook now, Facebook friends, but we don't really talk. So hopefully that'll change. But if it doesn't, I don't call anybody, because it's not it's not right at this moment. I'd be wasting my time. Goes back to when you know the truth and you turn away from it, it's worse for you than if you had never known it. So those are the ones that never knew. And God doesn't put a burden upon them because they don't know. The burden's going to be on the ones that absolutely not only know the truth, but are taking steps and movements and words to take even one person away from that. Or what happens with me a lot is Satan using people trying to sway my better judgment, trying to convince me. Now, why the hell you want to try and convince me to be forgiving? That type of thing, you know. Why you want to convince me that there were gods, plural, instead of a God, and to even go as far as to tell me who they are. Why are you trying to convince me of that? What is the difference to you wanting to be your own God? What the heck I believe, or who I believe in then? You know? It's like, why don't you just shut her down and shut it up? Because everybody that has God in their heart, it's already there. Nothing that can be said or done is going to take that away. Might give younger ones like I wonder, and they're like, nah. I didn't see bird head coming out of the sky and helping me. It was from within, and I felt the presence of, and it sure wasn't Birdman, or lightning bolt, or or Mr. and Mrs. or Anunnakis, and um, people are people. There are no aliens. I'll give you a layout on the connection. I was going to use my whiteboard, but I might as well do this right now. I'll give you a little idea of my thoughts of what the world looks like. My synopsis. Let's see if I can. Well, I'll do it like this and then I'll show you. First, I believe that if you could put a wave in a square, kind of like wavy, just start like that. And then you got an atom in the middle of that. And then this is we'll just call it my idea. Then you got a 5-pointed star as such. So perhaps we're right here, or maybe we're somewhere down there. But okay, just a minute. Inside a very large diamond. Now, whether or not these arms come out through it, or this is very, very big and extends, or if it's off to one side, or down here, or, and then that diamond, which would be our universe, is inside the multiverse. And this, where we are, we're close to wherever Adam is. We're close. Wherever we are, just say we're down here then. And we're trying to get up to the top of the diamond. With Christ's blood, you can. Christ will carry us and he'll show us the way and did show us the way. It's in our souls. But when you're evil, say you're down over here, there's such a barrier. It's all filled in. You just you can't move. So you can try and manifest your way out of something, but you're not free to move around. Your soul is not free. Think what you will, and I don't care. And perhaps there's another star in back of that, or inside of that, like this here, maybe. Tiny little barriers, multiple ones that are impenetrable. But then, so you got that, and say, okay, so this is the world, and up above here is a whole nother world connected to our world. And in here is the atmosphere with, we'll say, the moon and the sun. And that is connected, literally connected like a timepiece to this bigger planet here. So there's our poles. Oh, my pen's running out. But anyway, so that's my deep thought on the shape of the planet. And it all runs, and up above in the air, it's like a roller coaster with pictures and things that can be changed of the sky and the clouds, and moisture can be put in this, there, here, next, and the whole thing like biomechanical and electrical, which plays a part in it, but not as much as the fucking morons, Tesla bullshit, lies, and the rest. And I don't care what they say. I don't care what they say. I don't care, because got something in my heart, just deep in my soul. Not only did I read that he was a Mason and he got his information from Lucifer to beguile people, to lead you astray and lie to the people, like, oh yeah, if we have money, that'll come in the future. We need money to make Tesla stuff now, because it'll be free after we get the money, you see. They've said that so many times. Energy will get cheaper if we'll put in these water um, plants and different things. And no, it hasn't. It's got nothing but up and up and up, you know. I mean, some people are paying like $1,000 just in the average home for electricity. That's ridiculous. We're a couple hundred. It's been that way, but we run a shop too. But I mean, we're not up constantly, but off and on. And his hobbies and whatnot. A couple people he does a little stuff, but yeah, they do nothing but lie. So, well, anyway, I guess my point of this video is the ones that absolutely know the truth about everything that's going on and don't care for their own gains, and their, no matter what the little tiniest infraction that leads somebody astray. I don't care if it's as small as saying, like, if you knew the milk was in the back of the refrigerator, but you said, oh, just go grab it, it's right on the shelf there in the front. But it wasn't, even that. I mean, that's a small infraction compared to what they do, but they see it as, oh, I just tricked them on to digging way back in the fridge. Their literally their little trick could hide the whole thing completely. So yeah, and I'm not stopping until they stop. When they stop, if I could right now snap every good heart and soul up and take you home to God, if I had that capability, and I could just slap down, put all the bad people in a row and just do one big group slap a bitch slap and then back again. If I could do that, bitch slap all the bad people and take the babies home, I'd be doing that in a heartbeat. So you better hope God didn't give me that possibility, because the second I can, I will. I will. And I'm willing it. And besides that, I'm just say it like it is. I put things, my willpower, I see it coming into volition. So that tells me, evidently, my willpower's been very strong all my life. So they can pretend their manifestations, their witchcraft, all their bullshit. But if you truly have a gift from God, go ahead and say so. Well, you prove it. Because actually, there'll be things that I know. I mean, most people, I think you do see your life kind of ahead of time. So you've probably seen me coming into your life ahead of time. So I'm not bragging. We're all connected like that. So I'm really proud of you, Mun, speaking up and feeling the need to, if just only to be there to make people laugh, or but maybe your message is just huge, or if you've studied so hard not to disprove people, but to go after them and say, hey, you don't tell me this crap that's not true. I'm not buying this. You know, if we're so busy whining about the fake news and them trying to scare everybody, which is total bullshit, you know, okay, I'm not going to say, so what if a baby dies? Hell no, I would never feel like that. But I am going to say, so what, and boo hoo on your crocodile tears, because there may be, um, I know a big person that needs, maybe that's a demon seed. Go ahead and cry. You see where I'm going? Maybe some people were born fake, and so are their parents. So waste your time on the living. I already prayed for the baby, by the way, but I said if he's a good seed, let him go through. That's, hey, that's real. And that's where I'm at. I really am. It's, I'm not cold hearted. It's the truth. That's the way I pray. It's like, if this person's truly righteous, please help them, God. You know, and if they're not, help me get them. So, and that's how I pray. So, yeah, Doug said, you want to hear a good one? Well, I don't know if it's going to be a good one. I'll let you know. Maybe I'll be back. I'll upload this one and be back. I'll say peace and love from Pine City, Minnesota, USA. Have a nice day, night, evening, morning. Let me know, hey, Richard, what is your time? Like, what time of day is it right now? That type of thing. Um, then we can correlate our time or whatever. Like, if it's evening for you and it's morning for me, maybe the hangouts, like, and if some of our subs want to join us or something, we can let them know and that type of thing. So, yeah, we'll work that out. So, talk to you later.